President Biden reauthorized a 1990s-era law that extends protection to victims of domestic and sexual violence.
It's an update to the Violence Against Women Act. It's going to increase funding for organizations across Nebraska who say their funds have been in jeopardy. Channel 8's Alexa Skaneski joins us now here in the studio with more. Alexa?
Yeah, that's right, Rod and Megan. The law will strengthen rape prevention, education efforts, and more training. Local nonprofits that help victims of sexual or domestic assault say this reauthorization could not come at a better time, a time when they have seen a dramatic increase in those needing help since the pandemic.
That money will directly impact our ability to continue to do the work that we do.
The Nebraska Coalition to End Sexual and Domestic Violence are more than pleased with the reauthorization of the Violence Against Women Act.
It's a really good day for us to know that this funding will continue and that our government recognizes the need.
It was originally passed in the 90s, but hasn't been touched in years until now. The law that was passed Wednesday will ensure that organizations like Voices of Hope and the Friendship Home of Lincoln continues to receive the funding they need to help those affected by domestic or sexual violence. The funding has changed over the years, but this time around, they'll be receiving more than before. This will fund millions of dollars into the state.
Directly support those services, which we know are needed more than ever. VAWA funding will also support prevention services. You can have the very best response to domestic and sexual violence, but until we're accessing prevention and really impacting the next generation and preventing those things from happening, then we'll never end it.
This will also provide support, funds, and training to hundreds of partners in Nebraska that directly interact with domestic and sexual violence victims, such as law enforcement, prosecution, and child welfare agencies.
So the need for this funding is crucially important. The funding really will provide support for understanding what it looks like to provide trauma-informed response.
The Friendship Home of Lincoln says they have been holding their breath for years, hoping this day would come. The funds will eventually go towards their prevention, education, and awareness services to help every survivor they can. They say this will make significant strides towards filling their gaps. If you or a loved one is in need of resources, there is a 24-hour crisis line. Head to our website, klkntv.com.
Important information there. Thank you, Alexa.